Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another spiritualistic pick a card reading. Today, I am channeling a message to you for manifesting your dream life. So please take a deep breath, drawing the energy up your spine, creating a clear and open channel. And as you exhale, allow yourself to come into clear knowing which group or groups has your message in it for you today. We have group number 1 on the left with intuitive protection, group number 2 in the center with time for a change, and group number 3 on the right with blessing magnet. As always, my loves, the timestamps to your readings are listed below in the description box. If you would like to join my 21-day virtual guided meditation retreat, you can find that as the first link in the description box below as well. At this point in time, personal tarot readings with me are 50% off, so if you are interested in a one-on-one with me, you can find those on my Etsy at Spiritualistik. I have a whole spiritual store there, and you can find the link to that in the description box below as well. If you're interested in joining my book club, we have our next meeting in the beginning of August, and if you would like exclusive content, you'll find all the links in the description box as well. I have one exclusive content page here on YouTube, one on Patreon, and one on TikTok, and all 3 of them are different as well. So don't forget to follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, here on YouTube if you're not already subscribed. And with all of that being said, I want to let you know that I love you and I'm grateful for you. And I'll see you over at your reading. Namaste. Hi there, group 1. Namaste and welcome to your reading. Today we are taking a look at messages for manifesting your dream life. And you selected the first group with the intuitive protection card. Now, the first few things that are coming through off your energy right out the gate, group number 1, are to express yourself authentically, no matter what, whether it's let's say a hot day or a cold day, okay, whether it's a yes day or a no day or anything in between, express yourself authentically. And remember to do little check-ins with yourself spiritually, whether that is in meditation, whether it's a nice moment of breath, of stillness, things like this. Because when it comes to manifesting your dream life, what I'm getting here is ultimately that your intuition has been leading you towards it. In fact, you're already stepping into it, and your path will continue to unfold over time. And we will get more information about the manifestation process here as well. But right now, the energy coming through is for you to remember that you're being intuitively led there already. And so trust that your authentic expression is extremely important now as much as always. However, your path is protected, your dream life is protected, and intuitively you already know that it's on its way for you. Now, the reason why we get the energy to make sure that you are having little check-ins with self is because things are going to change. You're going to be led in interesting directions, maybe untraditional, maybe unconventional, maybe things that you wouldn't expect to do, or things that you don't see how X will lead you to Y. There's a little bit of this reminder here, okay, your dream life is your dream life, which means that taking notes off other people's page isn't going to be it. Okay, it's your dream life, which means listening to the advice of a lot of other people about what you should do or how you're going to get there, it's not going to be it. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition is protected in order to get you where it is that you are going. Now, you do want to have these little checkpoints internally because as you notice things change, as they shift, as they maybe get a little chaotic, you see the zoomed out big picture plan. When you're walking through it, it might seem a little busier, it might seem a little more confusing, it might get very nuanced, there might be a ton of moving pieces all at once. This is where you want to continue to have those little internal checkpoints so that you can create space, come back to that big picture, and continue to move forward, trusting that your intuition, whether you are fully in your spiritual self or you are thoroughly grounded in your body, you have that accurate precision in your intuition, regardless of where it is that you are currently focusing your attention in your frequency. So let's get into the tarot here, and let's take, look at the star at the back of the deck here. Let's take a look at messages for you for manifesting your dream life. How can group number 1 manifest their dream life? Okay, I'm hearing keep moving forward, okay? You've already made the changes that are necessary for you, so continue to move forward with them. With this is also a message saying that part of manifesting your dream life is going to have a lot to do with your ability to see both sides of every equation. With this being the case, to never be caught in the trap of feeling like you need to, interestingly enough, heal more. You are not broken and need to be fixed. Okay? There's something here as well about not believing in yourself, perhaps, or thinking that there's something you need to do to be better or to be comparable or to be more healed, or it's kind of giving that little illusion that people like to have sometimes about You should make sure that you're fully healed, fully healed, which you can never, ever, ever be, before you step on X or Y or Z path. And that is simply not true. So part of manifesting your dream life, it actually is to show up authentically, show up imperfectly, because the most authentic that you are is the closest to your perfection that you can be. And it is to continue to move forward on the good days, on the bad days. It's not saying to burn yourself out or like push when you genuinely don't feel like that's authentic to you. But what it is saying here is to make sure that the steps that you are doing are continuing to at least put one foot in front of the other, generally speaking, even though you might not necessarily always feel like you're sure where you're going or like you know what you're doing. I'm getting like consistency is key. I'm also getting that your best effort is more than good enough, okay? It's about consistency, not perfectionism, for you manifesting your dream life. So continue to move forward. Do not give up, okay? There is an element here of relationships, of team building that's coming through here. So for manifesting your dream life, this might have a lot to do here with, well, it can look like for some of you, settling down and starting a family. Now, for others of you, this might look like collaborating or bringing someone onto the team. For a lot of you, manifesting your dream life, it is in some way a group effort, but it's something that needs to get started with you within your ideas, your expression, and then it gets built foundationally as a group, or you're building some sort of community to sustain this dream life of yours. We do have the seventh house in astrology is all about your connections, interpersonal relationships, and 3 of coins indicates building something together, teamwork, collaboration, foundational kind of things like this. So we have a transformation with the relationships in your life. So focusing on the healthiness of your relationships, focusing on your ability to listen and learn from your relationships and see every single angle that you possibly can. Stay open-minded with your relationships specifically. Be open to learning and unlearning and relearning, and also be open to experiencing perspectives that might not be your opinion or your perspective, but still being open to seeing things through someone else's eyes. It doesn't need to be that you land there in their opinion and you create that as a foundation for you. It's actually giving, for those of you who were in my book club before, we read the book Collective Genius. And there was a part here about when you bring a group of people together, you actually explore the friction of different perspectives there, because that is where innovation comes from. And so this is kind of the idea that we're getting here with the collaboration of ideas, of seeing things from both sides. It's not yes or no, it's what if it's both? Or what if yes and no can come together to create something new? And how can we learn from that? How can we expect the unexpected? And how can we continue to transform and grow and also continue to evolve and put one foot in front of the other? We are going in a direction and we are knowing for sure that we are evolving, changing with the times. So that is how you can manifest your dream life. Let's see what other information we can get here for you. We do have this energy of expressing yourself a little more casually as well. So there's a little bit of this vibe here of it's okay to blow off some steam, okay? It's okay for you to say things that you might think might not come off perfectly. And there's also something here about contracts, signing contracts as well. The Hierophant has a lot of different meanings, contracts being one of them, and that's the energy that's feeling highlighted to me right now. We do have 3 major arcanas coming out so far, which lets me know that your dream life, it's written in your fate, if you will. It is already part of the plan. But it is going to require a lot of, let's say, character development. But once it starts going, once it starts rolling, it keeps going, okay? Snowball effect. You might be aware of this. You have the kind of energy in your life blueprint, in your soul blueprint, where things get better and better and better over time. Now, it's not to say you've always had it easy. It's not to say you have it easy right now. It's not to say you don't have to put the work in. But it is saying that things continue to get better over time. And so it might confuse you sometimes how, when you are on a particular path, how other people can play a role in that, right? So we do have this energy of collaboration and of abundance. We also have a little bit of this trusting in yourself and your intuition and your direction, not without allowing other people's thoughts and ideas to get in your head, still being open to seeing them and understanding them and holding that with compassion, yet still moving forward with your idea. Sitting with someone, fully understanding where they're coming from, fully holding compassion for that, fully understanding why that can be a good idea, and it doesn't need to be your stance, right? So it's giving a little bit of this seeing from all sides of the equation, which is really beautiful here. especially exploring, like, it's really kind of giving devil's advocate energy here, I'm not gonna lie. And trust as well that your intuitive, it is protected as well. Your intuition is meant to be for you. I'm also being shown like tectonic plates or like teeth, right? When they shift, it creates a lot of shifting around it. And there is maybe debate about what means what and what is healthy and when things are going to shift or how or in what direction. But either way, it is a long, slow process. You can never really accurately track when to the T tectonic plates are going to shift. You can try to predict it, you can find a ballpark, but to find it precisely is difficult. When you wear braces and you want to shift your teeth into place, it takes a long time. And then they can also shift back based upon the environment or the structure that they're being held in. That is why we wear retainers. And so it is kind of giving this energy like this to continue to check in with yourself intuitively, spiritually, to continue to have some sort of foundation that is in alignment with you, to be putting one foot in front of the other towards your goals with your life and your stuff, to have yours. Compartmentalize yours. Focus on your luck and your blessings and all of the positive things that are happening for you. And then also compartmentalize as well something that is ours. So there's yours and there is ours. So to manifest your dream life, you're being encouraged to express your intuitive nudges and continue to allow yourself to change shape over time. That is normal. It is natural. We are always shifting and changing. Energy is always moving and changing. So it's actually the healthiest and most aligned for you to continue to do so as well. So take that with stride, put one foot in front of the other, and continue to move along a particular foundation that works for you. It doesn't mean you can't explore other ideas, but stick with the same framework. Okay? So say that you have 50 things you want to do in this life, and you're called to genuinely do all 50 of them. To manifest your dream life, you're being encouraged to pick one or two and stick with them. And you can still do all of the other things, but pick one or two that you hold on to, you stick with, you don't let go. And you take that from start to finish. And all of the other things you can pick up, you can put down, you can play with, you can explore, but make sure that you pick a couple of things, and it doesn't matter which one as much. Specifically, it does help if it's something that's community oriented in some way, and push this forward as much as you can. Learn as much as you can, but trust that if things are going well for you and you receive information that could set you into a different direction, this is where you're being encouraged to continue to move forward with what it is you're already doing. You can accrue new information, you can see new perspectives, you can try out new things, but in the process of doing that, continue to hold what it is that you're doing and put one foot in front of the other in that process, okay? Continue to go in. I know nothing is really truly linear in this life, but the advice here for manifesting your dream life, it is to push forward, kind of keep it in a straight line as much as you can moving forward. And you can explore what's on the side of those. You can have different experiences walking down that path. You can walk down a few different paths and veer off, but make sure that you are following one trail, beginning to end. And like you're heading north. Okay, that's a better example. You're going north. Okay, and on your journey to go north, like when you're sailing, for example, you're going to want to follow the wind. You go to the right, you go to the left. You kind of go sort of about where you're going in order to get there. The quickest way to where you're getting, it is not the most linear, straightest route to get there. It is actually going to be you following the wind. You're going to need to go left. You're going to need to go right. Okay, it is about where it is that you are pointing the front of that boat, where it is that you are pointing the bow. That is where you're going to end up. And in order to get there, you're going to notice that you kind of follow the wind, you follow the waves, you kind of go with the flow. And so your manifesting your dream life is going to look very similarly. Just make sure that you keep your eyes on the prize and be open for interpretation along the way. But whatever it is that you choose to do in this life, it is in your best interest to do as many of them as you want without overwhelming yourself, of course. Take some moments to go within. Make sure that you are staying on top of your mental health. Make sure that you are expressing yourself as authentically as you possibly can in the moment. Aware that that is subject to change. And it can be and it will be, and that's fine. Authentic snapshot of where you currently are in the moment. And as you are continuing to move forward with that one goal, those two goals in mind, hold on to those, anchor into those while you let yourself explore other things. It will create a beautiful portrait for you. And instead of it being like a black and white painting, it will end up having a lot of color. But because you are focusing on the black and white, on the shading, on the details, you'll notice that it's a very, I'm getting hyper-realistic art. It's really beautiful, but it's also colorful and fun and interpretive and imaginative, and that is how innovation comes. So that plus team building. And there's something here about not letting others' idea stress you out or get in your head about where it is that you're going or supposed to be going. Because you're going to find that what works for you, obviously. And it's going to be intuitive for you. And when things get really, really lucky for you, you might find that other people come in and they tell you everything that you should be doing that's not what you're doing that is working for you. But it's working for you. It might not work for others, but it works for you. Alternatively, what it is that works for others might not necessarily work for you. Everybody's got different intentions. Everybody's got different capacity. Everyone's at a different place in this life. So you do what works for you. Do collaborate. Do have team building. Do bring other people in. Do build a community, whatever it is. Do be open to seeing through the eyes of others. But you can see through someone else's, you can see through others' perspectives, but still stay locked in on that destination for you. And that is how you are manifesting your dream life. And I also want to say here that other people's idea of what your dream life should be or can be or will be, irrelevant. For you, group 1, irrelevant, okay? Lock in, play along the way, be open-minded, but stay locked in with an open mind, okay? You can have an open mind without it veering you off your path. You can arrive at your destination. The fastest way might not be the straightest way or the most linear way, okay? But continue going north, generally, okay? Presumably that direction is the one that you would go, okay? So, group number 1, that is your message for manifesting your dream life. I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity for you. I'm also getting, for some of you, okay, keep a journal. Remember to keep a journal, okay? That just wanted to come out for some reason. Have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful magical realm. I have one-on-ones 50% off right now until the end of July 2025, so if you would like to take advantage of that offer, you can find it in the description box below. If you'd like to meditate with me, I have a 21-day virtual guided meditation retreat. It's the first link in the description box as well. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a lot, gives me a nice big hug. And if you want to follow me across platforms, you can find me here on TikTok, on Instagram. I do have 3 exclusive content channels. 1 here on YouTube, 1 on Patreon, 1 on TikTok, and I think that's all I've got to tell you, so thank you for being here. Feel free to check out another pile or another reading, and I'll see you next time. Namaste. Hi there, group 2. Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today, we are looking at messages for manifesting your dream life, and you selected the second group with the Time for a Change card. Group number 2, what I'm getting here for you first of all is that there are going to be some things that you are called to do that you're being encouraged to kind of fully embrace and embody. So it might look a little different than what you're used to. It might look like a version of you that you used to get to be, I'm getting. And there are also these things here that you're being encouraged to incorporate, a lot of which have to do with receiving. It might be spoiling yourself. It might be feeling more comfortable receiving. It might be allowing yourself to kind of change a philosophy pertaining to giving and receiving, what is fair, what is just, what is right there. I'm coming out of black and white thinking a little bit pertaining to I give 1, I receive 1. But to kind of even it out a little bit, instead of saying I give 1 cup of water, I receive 1 cup of water, right? Because you're also being encouraged to remember that the universe gives to us in ways that are not so, let's say, tit for tat necessarily. You don't give 1 cup of water, you might receive a nice hug, right? And it might be energetically, let's just say it's an equal quantity of energy, perhaps, okay? So with this Time for a Change card, you are being encouraged to behave a little bit differently than you are used to manifest your dream life. Now, this is actually a positive message because this has a lot to do with you taking steps to embody the version of you that's already living your dream life. Now, when you close your eyes and you look at a day in your dream life, you might behave a little differently than you do right now. Maybe it's because you have the ability to, right? Because you get to, because you have the luxury of behaving in that way. But you are being encouraged to, there's a practice, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it before, but when you are manifesting your dream life, you're going to sit down and you're going to imagine what a day in that life looks like. Now, I've heard people use AI for this too, but this philosophy existed long before AI. So whether you like to visualize it, write it down, or use AI, whatever it is, you're going to walk yourself through a day in this life. And you can kind of, for lack of a better term, role play this day. Or you can look at little things you can do now. What would a day in your dream life look like? Would you go get your nails done? Would you wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning instead of 6 o'clock? Would you wake up at sunrise? There are going to be things that are accessible to you now in some way that are just different than what you're currently doing. And those things you're being called to incorporate. That, as well as opening up your perspective about giving and receiving in some way. Okay? It is time for a change. It's time for a positive change in your dream life. Which energy do you embody? How do you start your day? How do you what is your nighttime routine? How do you go about your life? What kind of interactions are you having throughout the day? What things are you doing? What things are you outsourcing? What things are you feeling? Right? And you're going to find, well, a lot of those things might be, well, yes, I can get there with some goal reaching, right? I can get there with actionable steps. There are also going to be things that you can find that you can incorporate right now. Maybe it's wearing a different shirt. Maybe it's meditating in a different order, adding it to a different place in your morning routine, or meditating at all. Maybe it is spending more time with a particular friend instead of another one. Maybe it looks like you letting yourself receive more, or letting yourself spend more time, money, energy. Okay? So, this is your first message for manifesting your dream life. It's time for a change, but a positive one. So, while you might have the energy of your dream life, you're being called to find at least a few things that are a bit more concrete that are accessible to you right now. Now, your dream life might look like you driving a different car that's not accessible to you right now, living in a different place that's not accessible to you right now. All of those things are fine and dandy, but there's a huge message here that to manifest it, there is a version of you that you can embody that is, let's say, for lack of a better term, halfway. Like meeting that version of you and that version of your life halfway between where it is you want to go, where it is that you are going, okay, groups you, and where it is that you currently are. So let's take a look, group number 2, at how you can manifest your dream life. Woo, okay. I'm hearing the sun will come out tomorrow, which is a really sweet song, but it's also like sung in like traditionally in the musical, in the movie, like during a time of sadness. And you also have the 9 of Wands and the 8 of Swords coming out. And this can point to the fact that, well, something that you've been doing to manifest your dream life and something that you're being encouraged to continue doing to manifest your dream life is to rely on your intuition. When you don't see where it is that you're going, when you feel stressed or confused, when you're in a situation that might not look like you are headed in the right direction, okay, continue to follow your intuition and implement those changes that your intuition is telling you to change. Now, the first exercise that we found based off the first card here is more tactile. So that will help you. It will help you ground it. It will help you mentally. It will help you emotionally. It will help you have something to look at, to touch, to feel, to do. But you're being encouraged to follow your intuition here. And there's also this strong energy of, I'm getting strut your stuff. I'm hearing the song Strut. You gotta strut like you mean it, with the Emperor, which is an empowerment card, which lets me know that to manifest your dream life, you are building towards or stepping into an energy of leadership. Leadership in some sort of position of power or something like this. Now I'm also hearing, what is the name of that book? 48 Laws, I think, of Power, right? Can be used or read with positive intentions, can be used or read with negative intentions, all right? But what we're looking at here, to manifest your dream life, is actually to take a look at the things that are directly around you, your home life, your daily life, your structure, your regular routine, and see where there is wiggle room. And you're being encouraged to actually come back to this. Like, let's say intermittently, you can do quarter reviews of your life. And you can say, okay, so now what are changes that I can implement in order to help me manifest my dream life? In my dream life, I am waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning instead of 6 o'clock or instead of 10 o'clock. That won't be accessible to you until one day it is. And you might have a quarter review, sit and do the same exercise and realize, hey, that's accessible to me now. It's accessible to me now and it wasn't before. And you'll notice that out of habit, you would have maybe not implemented that. You might have felt, let's say, cautious towards implementing that, right? Whether this is spending time, money, energy on yourself, following your intuition is going to continue to get you there with flying colors. And because of this, the path that it leads you down in order to get there, it's going to be a process of evolution for you, meaning that you are in one era of life, then a whole other era of life. This is definitely the group where you would be able to say you've lived hundreds of lifetimes already in this life, and you are sure that you will live 100 more. This isn't definitely not the pile of people who are one foot in front of the other. Everything is monotonous, for sure. It does seem, though, this maybe didn't come out of like fun, play, and games for you. There's a little bit of this hiccup energy with all of the major arcana cards except the Emperor. So the thing that is up for interpretation here for you is also what's being highlighted for you to utilize in order to manifest your dream life. And that is to really focus on your spiritual practice, to continue to, there's a phrase I like to use, and it's a little bit sometimes rough around the edges, so I'm just going to say the phrase, understand the energy, and the way that it applies to you and your belief system will be your own, okay? But something that I like to say lightheartedly, okay, is I'm going to do my shadow work before my shadow work does me, right? So there's a little bit of this energy here just to continue to put in the work in towards self-growth and development. Reminder, you are not a self-improvement project. You are perfect the way that you are. But what we are looking at here is consistent, let's say, little check-ins, right? Group 1, it was a little more spiritual. For you, it's a little more tactile, okay? Some check-ins about, well, how is it that you can transform and embody your, let's say, your most empowered state, your position of authority, your leadership position. It is really giving Aries energy here, and we have 2 4s here. So there's something about the Cancer to Aries energy that is showing up here. Maybe it's the way that your personal Cancerian energy and your personal Aries energy might interact with one another, okay? Or take a look at what's going on with those ruling planets, with those houses, so on and so forth, okay? So what we do have here, in order to help you manifest your dream life, it is to look at the future. However, to expect that the future looks the same as it does right now. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to, but this is the message that's coming through. It's quite unique here. Utilize the blueprint of what your life looks like and focus on how your future will look like how it does, but feel differently. Now, your future is not going to look the same as it does right now, but you're going to implement all of those feelings and infuse it into the way your life looks right now. And that is going to be what transforms and transmutes and alchemizes all the energies materially around you into your dream life. So what you're doing is maybe visualizing or feeling or writing down your dream life, but it's fit into the scenery of where you currently are. And those energies will inevitably, inherently, by themselves, transform the life around you to match that energy. And it will also give you little hints and tidbits and guidance as to what you can implement in your life now without maybe having the new car, without maybe having that relationship, without maybe having the extra time or the resources or whatever it is for you. So there is another energy here, okay, about when your intuition guides you to change something or to start something, your advice here is to rip it off like a Band-Aid, right? Sometimes we receive information and you want to put it aside for later. Sometimes we're given something to change or something to do, right? Start this project, write this book, maybe break up with that person, start dating that other person. And you're being encouraged here to manifest your dream life by trusting that the time that you receive it, the message, is the time that you're supposed to do it. Okay, so that energy is coming off to 8 of Swords is my rip it off like a Band-Aid card. All right, now with the Magician, this is going to be something that gives you a spurt of energy, like jet fuel, if you will. Okay, it's going to be like a rocket ship. Okay, we've got this fire coming from the bottom. We have this huge explosion and transformation at the top. That is why this is the type of alchemy that you're working with here. This is actually time specific in a particular way. Not that you can't manifest through the confines of space and time, but to trust that everything is in the right place at the right time, especially your intuitive nudges. Okay? And with that, if you want to speed it up, if you want to alchemize it, if you want to see where it is that you're going, you can put that over the framework of your current scenery, because you are aware that you already are where you're supposed to be. You already are where you want to be. You already are where it is in your best interest to be in this life. Your goal right now, it is further empowerment. It is a stronger leadership position. It is more authority. And so there might be a little bit of conflict here, maybe in your life or with people around you in, let's say, accruing that position, in accruing that empowerment. Maybe if you are really confident, you might feel as though that might bring up some things internally for you, or it might bring up some things with some of the people in your life or some of the situations around you, right? It's normal, it's natural. Some things might be good, they might be bad, they might be weird, everything under the sun. However, with this energy, to manifest your dream life, you are being encouraged to, again, kind of do the work before it is needed to be done. Okay? Now, some people let spirit drag them into the situation. You're not one of those people, but sometimes you receive those intuitive nudges. Hey, we're aware of this. All right, you're going to sit down, you're going to write it down. Like, this is basically doing things in a timely manner. Some of you might procrastinate, okay? Some of you might have a freeze response, okay? And this isn't something where, it's very easy to say, oh, just like, don't do that, right? That sounds invalidating, and that is not what we're saying here at all. But the most that you can, find a better solution, find a better feeling, find something that is helpful for you, and do what you can the moment that you can, like the soonest that you can. Rip it off like a Band-Aid. It's not saying to like jump the gun or anything or be preemptive too much, but to manifest your dream life, there is definitely this energy of being prompt, of being on time, okay? This might help you to be more efficient. It might help you to expand your bandwidth and your capacity. It might help you to be a better decision maker or a better leader. And so that is why this is the advice that's coming out for you right now. So it is time for a change. But those changes are going to be things that you imagine your dream life feeling like, exuding, those, let's say, rituals, those routines, those feelings, those people. But infuse that, lay that framework on top of your current life and see where there is space, where something can fit in or be removed in your current life. When you receive those intuitive nudges, hey, go over here, hey, do this thing, hey, start this project, hey, write this down. Don't save it for a rainy day or put it aside. Prioritize that on top of the other things that you feel like you need to do first. Okay? That is what I've got for you here, group number 2. There's one more message out here for you. This has a lot to do with remembering that a good leader is a good student. The one who receives the most is usually because they are giving a lot more than is seen. Okay? So, this is about expanding your capacity and your bandwidth in ways that are realistic and comfortable for you, following your intuition promptly, softening up some of the structure that currently exists to find where there is a little bit of wiggle room that can evolve into where it is that you're going, and ultimately to trust that where you are headed with this dream life, there might be a little bit of a question for you about, is that a more authoritarian or leadership position, or is it a more behind the scenes, let's say, covert position? And it's definitely the former, not the latter. It's definitely the first one. Okay, so just so that you know, moving towards leadership, moving towards visibility, leading you into authority. So whatever this is, okay, it might be climbing the ladder for some of you. It might be starting a business for some of you. It might be being the leader of something, the head of a household, the head of a business, whatever it is. Just so that you know the position or the title or the energy or who it is that you are, whatever that, let's say, archetype is that you might have a question mark. You see the life and you're like, so what version of me lives that life? All right, your answer here is Emperor. And how do you get there? High Priestess. What do you focus on right now? Four of Wands, and where you are maybe defensive or on guard about your current life, okay? Where do you feel stuck in your current life? Okay, follow your intuition in order to transform those, find those wiggle room spots. Now, what process does that lead you to? Okay, faster manifestation. Faster manifestation and trusting your intuition before it makes sense. Actually, especially when you think it's not making sense, because it will, right after you complete the action. And that's going to lead you into the archetype of Emperor, regardless of your gender, which you might currently feel, Seven of Wands, a bit, some type of way about. Okay, maybe the Emperor archetype, the Emperor energy, whatever it is. And so you're going to explore that at your leisure before we arrive at this place. And that will help you manifest your dream life comfortably, quickly, happily, efficiently. Okay? That's all I have for you, group 2. If you want to meditate with me, you can find that in the first link in the description box. I have a virtual 21-day guided meditation retreat that you have access to forever. Also, personals, one-on-ones with me, are 50% off right now. So if you want to walk this journey together, you want a one-on-one with me, you can access that in the link in the description box. It's on my Etsy store, Etsy at Spiritualistik. I have a whole spiritual store there as well, so feel free to shop around. I've got meditation cushions that I've designed and journals that I've made to complement it, so you can do the meditation retreat, you can meditate on a cushion, you can light an intention candle, you can get some crystals, you can sit down with all of these things, have a little meditation journal, intention journal, dream journal, and meditate with me, get a one-on-one, know what's going on, and it's going to be 50% off right now. So it's just a wonderful way to kind of do a little, let's say, quarterly review if that's something that you're into. With that, I do have 3 exclusive content channels. If you're interested, I have one here on YouTube, I have one on Patreon, and I have one on TikTok. All 3 are different, so there are options for everyone. If you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do that. It means the world to me. I'm also over on TikTok and Instagram if you want to follow me over there. It helps just support me and the journey and the process and the goals. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful magical realm, and I'll see you next time. Namaste. Group 3, my master manifestors. Hi there, namaste, welcome to your reading. Today we are looking at messages for manifesting your dream life, and you selected the 3rd group with the Blessing Magnet card, Group 3. You already know. First message for you, less is more. Do less more confidently. Fall back. Receive. You already have this magnetic energy. You are almost sort of thinking about thinking, but what should I do? And Group 3, that is not your magnetic energy. It's not saying you can't do stuff. It's not saying you're not going to get to play in that dream life, or you're not going to get to do stuff on your way to your dream life, but Group 3, this has a lot to do with less is more. Okay? Let it be easy. Let it be fun. I'm hearing that phrase, sing like no one's listening, dance like no one's watching, love like no one, like whatever that phrase is, it's that vibe. Okay, I'm also getting net worth, net energy. Okay, look at your net resources, whether it's finances, whether it's time, whether it's energy. Okay, effective, efficient, less is more. Okay, I'm also getting that vibe. Group number 3, when you are less accessible, you are perceived as being more valuable. This is about exclusivity. This is about supply and demand. Okay? So, group number 3, let's take a look at manifesting your dream life. What do you need to know? Okay, Tower. I'm being shown the tower falls. You sit back and you observe. Okay, it's not your tower, it's not your business. Okay? Tower falls, you observe it. You saw it coming. You're not necessarily on the front lines to clean up a tower that fell that wasn't yours. Now with the Hanged Man, we have this patience energy for you, okay? And the Page of Wands, okay? You receive information. You watch okay, you're very intuitive. You receive the information, okay? You watch the event occur. You wait for the right time. And then, boom. And then you apply. I'm hearing like a thief in the night, okay? Now we know manifesting, it comes with integrity, right? If you're not moving through integrity, your manifestations aren't coming in. And if they do come in when you're acting out of integrity, they nip you in the bud, right? Okay, we know that. Okay, moving forward. Group number 3. You have this perfect element of timing. You're being encouraged with the Knight of Wands energy. It's giving less is more, okay? It's giving you know how to read a room. You know when the right timing is. You know what is needed the most. You have a knack for the supply and the demand. You can create your own supply and demand, and also less is more. Group number 3, this is going to have a lot to do with providing what is needed after something falls. You anticipating needs of others. Doing the least for the most. Now group number 3 for you, manifesting your dream life, this is going to look like, okay, you see someone building a house of cards. Now you sit there filing your nails, minding your own business, you leave, you get a cup of tea. You go for a walk, you take a nap, you enjoy your life. You show up, oh, there's a gust of wind. You arrive, house of cards fall, and there you are. With 2 options, a bunch of bricks or some glue. Now, when you find where there is a group of people building a house of cards, or a group of people who are, let's say, glue deficient, or looking for better solutions, you arrive right in the nick of time, because you know already. You saw it, you predicted it, I'm hearing, what is that phrase? I came, I saw, I conquered. It's kind of giving that a little bit. Very intelligent, very intuitive, very timely. Group 3, I'm also getting a lot of you could have a nice astrologer, I'm hearing, on your team, or you could be a very talented astrologer. But this isn't just about astrology. This is also about predicting the trends. This is also about using your intellect. You might be very good at statistics. You might really enjoy things like the stock market, like investing, or something like that. Equity. I'm hearing shared equity. Okay. So let's take a look at manifesting your dream life. For some of you, literally sing. Literally sing. Okay? Sing the message, sing the song, do the thing. Okay? Now, you are actually being encouraged to play a bit more, follow your heart a bit more, and again, very intuitive, very timely. Patience. Okay? Patience is a virtue. I'm not saying that you are impatient. I'm saying in manifesting your dream life, you get to practice your patience. You see, oh, a tower is falling, and you don't sit there and you wait and you stare at it. You don't watch paint dry. You say, oh, house of cards. All right, they're going to want what? Well, glue or bricks. And so you're like, all right, well, I've got tons of those things. I know where to find them, right? And you just chill. You do your own thing. You follow your heart. You go sing. You go play. You go build something else. You wait for the perfect time. That gust of wind arrives, and you are the first one on the scene with the glue. While everyone else is trying to figure out, oh my gosh, what happened and why? And they're not even at what do we do next yet? And you're there with the solution, ready to go. You are anticipating trends, anticipating needs. You are like a few steps ahead of the game. It's also giving laying the groundwork, laying the foundation for like the future in some way, but it's really giving less is more. It's really giving less is more. So to manifest your dream life, because this isn't just about manifesting abundance, it's manifesting your dream life, and that is where the less is more comes into play. Okay? You have the intelligence, you have the intuition, you have the timeliness, you have the precision. Now, your advice, your job here is not to overlook your intuition or your creativity or your sensuality. Okay, I'm getting like what is that book, The Art of Seduction? That is so weird. That other Robert Greene book came out in the previous reading. If you've been following my readings for a while, you know that is weird for me for that to come out. But it's what I'm getting for you, group number 3. So you might have interest in reading The Art of Seduction, or this is just letting you know, like perhaps leveraging like your Venus sign or dressing for your ascendant sign or your Venus sign or something like this will also help you manifest your dream life. Okay, so utilizing, I'm getting kind of, if you got it, flaunt it. La que puede, la que puede. It's a song by Catriel y Paco Amoroso. Are interested in that, or Argentina can be significant for some of you. I'm also getting, what is that town at the tip of Argentina that starts with a U, where you have to go in order to get to Antarctica if you take the South America route? Like there are 2 places you can get there from. One's like New Zealand, I think, and the other one is Argentina. I'm being shown the one in Argentina for some reason. Okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. Ooh. I'm hearing lucky duck. I hear a lucky duck. 10 of coins. Supply and demand. Okay, this is about, you know how to build, you know how to keep, you know how to grow. It's like you already know the rules of the game. You know the trends. You know exactly what's going on. It's simply applying it. But then the question is, what do you do? And the answer is less. Almost like the least. Okay, so that is where the intersection between the abundance and the dream life come into play. This is a little behind the scenes. This is waiting for the perfect moment. This is you going, oh no, things work out for me, and you enjoying those things that are working out for you and kind of not needing to scramble. Like say one thing is going really well for you, it is to focus on that and not scramble around trying to get other areas of life in order. You know that energy where you can sometimes get swept up in, or at least I can, where you'll have something that's going so well in your life and something that's not going as well in your life. And you're like, wow, if only these 2 areas of life were both equally thriving for me right now. And so you focus on the one that can do better instead of the one that is thriving. Okay, this energy for you, it is focusing on what is thriving. So, okay. King of Wands. I'm getting, you already see it. The missing piece is to believe it. less is more, fall back, or receive. You're a blessing magnet. You know exactly how to work that magnetizing energy, or you are learning how to work that magnetizing energy. And above all, don't forget to play. Okay, enjoy. I'm getting play and like wink. Don't forget to play, wink. Okay, and enjoy where you are. Enjoy the abundance that you have. It's like the more that you milk it in integrity, right? Like genuinely, but the more that you milk it, the more that you attract. You know that phrase, where your attention goes, energy grows. So milk the good, like emphasize the good. It's giving, oh, I don't know. It's like the universe just like does it for me. Like, I don't know. I had all this glue, and then just like all of a sudden all these people needed this glue, and I just like waited for when they needed it. Because like, you know, I already had it, and they were, I don't know, I feel like the universe just hooks it up for me. Like, it's giving that energy. Okay? And embracing that and embodying that, and really just, it's like leveraging the privilege that you have, perhaps. Now, that is a loaded phrase, okay? Obviously. But leveraging the blessings that you have. Really milking the good in your life. Really, really getting into that mindset of like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm God's favorite. Like, I don't know, I just really feel like the universe just always comes in clutch for me. It's kind of giving like lucky syndrome, you know? It's like you already know what's going on. You're already a master manifester. It's not how to manifest your dream life for you. It's messages about manifesting your dream life, which is why the message is, like, the reading is what it is. You know, it's not manifestation 1, 2, 3. You don't need that. You can manifest all the abundance in the world. The dream life aspect, it's filled with tons of stuff to do, tons of places to go, tons of people to meet. You know that. It's about doing less. It's, you can come to me. That's okay. It's about, it's okay to ask someone, like, if you, here's a simple example that I think you will fully understand what I'm getting at here. If you want to change the channel on the TV, and there is someone else who's sitting next to the remote or closer to the remote than you are, and you are just further away, instead of getting up and going to the remote and changing the channel, saying, hey, can you change the channel for me? For those of you who need that in a different context, okay. Hey, can you hand me my water? Okay, it's things like that. It's almost giving, let others do things for you because it lets them feel good to do things for you, because you being there is the luck. You being there is the blessing. You have the glue. They've got the house of cards. They don't know that they need glue yet. They don't know that it's even a house of cards yet. They don't know that it's going to fall, but you do. And they know that you are there. Therefore, anything that happens, you're prepared for it. Now, you're not there to be someone else's emergency kit, but they know that you wouldn't be there if they weren't onto something. And so that's also why this other little message came through, okay? Do not overlook your creativity. Do not overlook your sensuality. Do not overlook your luck. Do not overlook your intuition, your spirituality, your consciousness. And sure as heck, do not let other people do it. And if they want to underestimate you, that's totally fine. Whatever, okay. But you aren't going to do that. Less is more. Less is more. You're a magnet. Things come to you. Okay, group number 3. The attitude, it's the ease. It's like the path of least resistance loves you. Money loves you. Abundance loves you. But it's not about the stuff. It's not about the abundance. That you can manifest. You know how to do that. It's the dream part. It's the dream part. It's the feeling it more. You're picking up what I'm putting down. I can feel it. So group number 3, if you do want a one-on-one, I actually have those 50% off right now. So you can find those on my Etsy. It is just through July 2025. It's my little summer blowout sale. So if you want, you can find that in the description box. I have a whole spiritual store on Etsy. So what you can do is you can click the first link in the description box and you can join my 21-day guided meditation retreat. It's go at your own pace. You have access to it for the rest of your life. So you can meditate with me. You can have it guided for wherever you are in life, whether you are beginner or advanced at this. Anywhere you are on your spiritual journey or your physical journey, there is more than enough in there for everybody involved. And you can sit with your meditation retreat. You can get a meditation cushion that I designed. You can get a little meditation journal. You can get an intention journal. You can get a dream journal. You can sit down with crystals that I've hand dropped for you. You can sit down with intention journals that resonate with you. You can sit down, you can take the meditation retreat, and then you can get a personal to top it all off. So if you would like, I've got 3 exclusive content channels. If you want, they are one here on YouTube, a totally different one on Patreon, and yet another one on TikTok. So with that being said, there are more than enough options for everyone. And if you want to join my book club, because I couldn't find a book club that I wanted to join, so I started it, you can find that on my Patreon as well. It's donation based, so all are welcome. This month, our next meeting is in August 2025, and we are actually reading Super Rich by Russell Simmons, who is the co-founder of Def Jam Records and a yogi. So it's about, internal abundance and all of those beautiful things. Last month, we read Collective Genius, and we are doing like a group consensus vote to see what our next book is. So you can be involved online. There's a forum, there's a group chat, and then we have meetings once every other month because, I'm not giving you homework, right? We just want to read, we want to chill, we want to vibe, we want to talk about it. That's all. So if you're interested in that, that's going to be on my Patreon at Spiritualistik, all in the description box below. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok, on Instagram, and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already. I love you. I'm grateful for you. And I'll see you next time. Have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful magical realm. Namaste.